Welcome to Technique Tuesday. My name is Ken. We've got 3 things to talk about today. Number 1, in 3 months we are headed down to Costa Rica to hike waterfalls, to visit faraway places, to train every day with staff and nunchucks, to be with an awesome group of people. Definitely check it out. I mean, we still have 3 months to go. It is FlowTrick's biggest event, and it's just watch the video. Number 2, the FlowTrick's website is going to launch in October, so be ready. We're going to pack it with amazing things. It's not going to be all the way 100% ready, otherwise it'd be next year. But we're going to have it ready enough to get the forums and to get a few more things down, profiles, all that good jazz. Really excited for it. Number 3, let's get some techniques. I know you guys have been waiting, so I'll jump right in. Today we're going to work off techniques that have been requested. The first one was asked, and I'm sorry, I forgot names, I just remember the questions. The first question was asked by a person who had wondered about this motion right here, how they can get this motion to work better. Basically what they're saying is, as they're coming over, it's hitting them in the stomach, it's beating them up, taking their money, running away, you know, hanging out with other nunchucks, all those horrible things. So the thing is you got to bond with your nunchuck a little bit better, so that way it doesn't run away. And I'm going to go over a simple way to make sure that you can get this motion down. First, you notice my arm has to come out of the way, because my arm's just sitting here. It's going to be like plump, it's going to be in the way. So we're going to lift up our arm and we're going to twist as we do this. Okay, so my hand is spinning in counterclockwise. And the moment it's at 6 o'clock, my thumb points down, like so. Now here's the thing that most people probably don't do. They probably just try to pull it over to the other side once it goes down. But if you notice, chucks spin in a circle, right? So if you're going to, for instance, move it, your arm moves kind of in a circle, right? So when you're going behind you, your arm moves in a circle here. So it's going to lift up and pull over and go down. So lift up, pull over, go down. That's going to make it, that's going to cause, what it's going to do, it's going to cause this half rotation. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's a half rotation that comes from, if this was my back, the chuck would be spinning this way behind my back. So what this will do is this will set it up to where the half rotation will go behind my back, and then it's heading on its way downward, which will cause it to spin upward. Now if you don't do that, you're going to have less control when it comes to the forward. So I always say, once you go back, give it a nice upward lift. You know, I always talk about those upward lifts, just upward lift, and then as soon as it comes down, it's going to come, the chuck is going to be rolling from the front, from being from the top. Now when this happens, you can twist your hip at first if it's a little bit harder to get this motion down. So it's twist your hip and get that spin right there. So up, twist, up, twist. Now move that arm out of the way too at the same time. I'm sorry, I should stop looking at this. It's so cool. I just got a new camera. The quality should be a little bit better here. So it's going to be down, up, over, twist. See this? Right there. It was recently asked what you could do with 2 chucks. I'm using 2 totally different size chucks, which is going to drive me up the wall. But I definitely want to show you what you can do with it. Now there's a lot of things you can do once you learn the 3-beat. This is just a core move, okay? The first thing obviously would be to learn the reverse version of it. Because if you learn the reverse version, then you can be like, you know, 80% of what you see on YouTube with double chuckers, especially like in the past, are just really fast 3-beats and really fast reverse 3-beats, really fast you know, and all of a sudden they'll do their L strikes or whatever. And then back to 3-beats, yes! Or there'll be 3-beat extensions, or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Just know that if you know your 3-beat weave, then you can go to your reverse, make sure you know how to do that, and then just start playing with points. I mean, usually when someone 3-beats, they don't really think about where their wrists are, but where your wrists are together, you can start creating a point. For instance, I can do a 3-beat and slowly pull it up and down, like so. This will make it more interesting when you can do a reverse 3-beat and pull it up and down as well. So you're just doing a 3-beat now. Now you're thinking of moving your wrists up and down in a line while you're doing this motion. So regular 3-beat, up and down line motions. If you can connect those 3 beats together, so you can do a 3-beat in reverse, if you can do this, and then you can do this, then you can do the lines as well, then all of a sudden we're going to go line down, line up, line down, line up, and you have this motion. Is this difficult? It is if you try to do it, if you try to go straight to that step. The first step is you have to know the 3-beat, and you have to know the reverse 3-beat. You also have to know that when you're doing a reverse 3-beat, remember it slashes up to cross over, and it slashes down to cross over from the regular. So you have to know the entry points between these two motions. So you should be able to do this and do this like the back of your hand, okay? Once you can do that, then start practicing moving it down a line. Just do this. And then rest it at your hips, and then do the reverse and rest it. Reverse, rest it. Then see if you can do both. To up, to over. I'm not going to get into it too technically. It's just something to explore right now. I want to kind of quickly go over a few more things here. If you're doing your 3-beat, we can always just kind of break it apart into this position here is called crank position. If you notice, this is kind of a way to separate a 3-beat. We're still going the same direction, so we can always go back to it. But it's when my hands break apart, we create circles. Now, if you look at it really closely, the circles are meeting right in the center, like right where the dude is, me, when I was long-haired. Right there, that's where you want it to meet. This will keep your timing really well, and if you're not sure how to do it, while one hand's moving up, one's going down, while one's going down, the other's going up like this, and that'll create your timing. And anytime you want to go back to your 3-beat, just take, for instance, I'll take my right hand and cross it over, and all of a sudden it goes back to the 3-beat. So once we're doing this, all we have to do is cross it over into the 3-beat, or vice versa. It's gonna go under like that. So either cross it, or we can cross it under, or we can, and that's the reverse 3-beat over there, or we can cross it over, and that's the regular 3-beat. There's a lot of really cool moves that we can do from here. You'll see me do like all different kinds of motions from this one. Oops. There's just really sweet motions that can be done. But it's all the motions are the same. You're playing with points in space and trying to get the right timing. This is totally poi right here. You can even do the buzzsaw. But for now, just work on this here. You're gonna do the 3-beat, you're gonna do the reverse, you're gonna start working it in a line like so. And then we're also gonna just work on breaking it apart like this. I believe it's called the crank position. So 3-beat, crank, 3-beat, crank. Now at the crank position, you can work on different points. So this is one point, for instance, where they're meeting in the center. There's another point right here. Do you notice that my chucks, I'm trying to time my chucks again to where they're meeting in the center like this. This is where all the really cool patterns come into play, is when you can start playing with these points. I'm not gonna go over the points right now. Just right now it's like a plus sign, and your hands can go in different points and move. And really, it's just this motion here. It's no different than this motion here, except for my hands are moving across points now too, like so. I kind of went over that really briefly for the amount of material that it actually covered. So if you have more questions, just holler. I hope you guys are continuing to spin and enjoying your summer. It won't be long, guys. There's gonna be a lot more coming up. I always say that, don't I? I just want to get you guys excited. But there is a lot more coming up, really. But yeah, don't forget Costa Rica. Don't forget the Flowtricks website. And definitely don't forget to go to Facebook and chat with our wonderful group. Till then, you guys keep spinning. Have an awesome time.